When we talk about things like virtual reality, we talk about things like augmented reality, these things are going to change the game because they're going to change the nature of conscious experience. They're going to change phenomenology. They're going to change the spaces in which our minds dwell. And this is a very exciting thing. There was a very interesting article by Yuval Harari, the author of Sapiens and Homo Deus, where he talked about finding meaning in a future without work. And he's one of these guys that says it like it is. He's saying, yeah, look, the majority of jobs are going to go away. There'll be new jobs that are created, but on the back of exponential tech and AI, there's probably going to be the rise of a useless class, which is an economically useless class, which is a group of people that basically cannot contribute to an economy in which most things are done by algorithms. And so he predicts that a large majority of these people are going to spend more of their time in virtual worlds, and that this is not necessarily a bad thing. Because first and foremost, he says, and others have echoed, people like Robert Anton Wilson, who's spoken about the reality tunnels in which we live. All realities are virtual, first and foremost. And in brain games, we used to talk about this. We can't ever know any kind of objective reality. All we know is the consensual hallucination known as human culture. All realities are virtual, right? Culture is a virtual reality. Language informs the way you see the world. Clothing that you wear can inform your political views. You put on a uniform and all of a sudden you see the world different. So all realities are virtual. All realities are mediated. Get on a plane and go across the world and hang out with somebody from a different religion or a different culture, and you'll see they're literally running a different operating system. They're literally living within a different OS. Realities are linguistic. Realities are all virtual. But this doesn't make them any less legitimate. Once you're invested in a virtual environment, it has real human meaning because we are the creators of meaning in a meaningless world. So there's nothing artificial or disingenuous about investing ourselves in virtual worlds. We've always done it. What it means to be human is to create a world of mind and meaning and invest ourselves in it. This is the reason why I have no moral problem whatsoever with virtual and augmented reality. If anything, my call to action is for us to create virtual worlds that are beyond anything we've ever made before, beyond the greatest movie, beyond the best novel, beyond the greatest tales and stories we've ever heard around the campfire. The challenge with VR and AR is to exceed ourselves, is to go beyond where we've ever gone before, is to transform the way we interface with world and with ourselves. In fact, Terence McKenna, another one of my heroes who I've mentioned a couple times already, he used to say, with VR and even AR, the transformation of human intimacy is where things get really exciting. Right now, we have a pretty low fidelity technology called language to try to communicate the contents of our minds, right? I'm like, I really love you. I love you like the heart. I love you like the sky. Like, it's a pretty rudimentary, like voice vibrations, encode information within my mind, send it to you. Hopefully you decipher it. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. Hopefully you get some kind of semblance of the contents of my own mind, right? But again, it's a low resolution technology. When language fails us, we turn to poetry. We make music, right? We make paintings. We make movies, which perhaps thus far is the greatest, most high-fidelity communication technology. Movies, I think, cinema allows us to step into somebody else's shoes. Cinema allows us to experience the world within the mind of somebody else. It's perhaps the greatest technology of intersubjectivity. But again, with VR, when you want to get intimate with somebody, you get to go inside their mind. With VR, you get to go inside the cosmos of somebody else's mind, embodied, full 360, fully immersed within the creative universe that somebody else has made. So the potential for intersubjective intimacy, the potential to know one another's deepest aspects is game-changing. But again, it's up to us what we do with these tools. We could make it so that it transform interpersonal communication. We can make VR and AR universes that bring us closer together, that fundamentally enlarge our compassion, enlarge our empathy, or we could use it to play stupid shoot-'em-up games, right? This is what excites me. The transformation of human consciousness that will be made possible by these kinds of technologies, that's what it's all about. So let's get out there and let's do this, because again, how we use these tools is ultimately what matters.